Has any of you ever walked around and suddenly thought in your head, what is this little exclamation sign used in math? Probably the most boring subject that you'd ever learned. But I'm here to explain to you what is this sign about today. So first, basics. This sign is called the exclamation sign in English. But in math, we call it factorial. Now, you probably think this is a fancy word that you've never used before, but it's not that hard. It's really simple once you get the hang of it. So, factorial is written like this. You start with the number, which in this case I'll use x, and then put an exclamation sign over there. So, this x number can be anything. 1, 2, 3, all the way even up to 1 billion. But not enough side talking. What even is this exclamation sign about? Well, this sign, factorial, works like this. If you use 1 factorial, it will be this, 1. But 2 factorial is 2 times 1. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. So the answers are 1, 2, and 6. Now you might think, I don't see anything of a pattern here. But if you see this factorial, like for example, 2 factorial is 2 times 1. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So on, so on. Yes, it's the same for 1 factorial too. So, what are the answers for factorials? Well, in 1 factorial, of course, the answer is 1. 2 factorial, 2. 3 factorial, 6. 4 factorial equals to 24. And somehow, factorials get really large, like 10 factorial. 10 factorial equals to roughly 4 million. 4 million, which is roughly about this. And it's only 10. Now, to put things in perspective, 10 factorial, it's roughly about 4 million. But 100 factorial equals roughly about 10 um 1 times 10 to the power of 160. And the most a Google calculator can, or an Apple calculator, is 103 factorial, which is about 3.6 times 10 to the power of 163. Now, of course, there are some limitations of factorials, such as these. First of all, factorials cannot be decimals, like for example 3.2 factorial, because it just makes no sense. 3.2 times 2.6 times blah blah blah. It just makes no sense. We do not know what are the intervals. However, it is good to know that you can actually have double factorials, such as 6 factorial. 6 factorial is 720, but you can actually use 3 factorial factorial, which is 6 factorial, because 3 times 2 times 1 equals to 6, and 6 factorial is 720. But if you want to use 1 factorial 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 all the way to infinite times, the answer will still be 1, because it's just 1 times 1 times 1. But if you use 4 factorial factorial, the number will be so unimaginably large that it will even go beyond 10 to the power of 1,000 or even 10,000. So, now that your very good brain has known what are factorials, it's time to focus on other important things of life. So, this is Wayeun's Math Bites, and I'll see you in another time. Bye.